Not so fast Nasdaq. In other words, don't count it out just yet because it's outperforming once again. Does it mean that space is still the place to be? Let's ask Josh Brown, Ritholtz Wealth Management co-founder and CEO, with me at Post 9. Welcome back. That's where the money's going again, and Nasdaq's hunting down 15K again. Last there just before New Year's.
Yeah, it's really, these are the types of markets that are bear killers. Even yesterday, we gapped down at the open. Everyone said, okay, finally, we're going to get that washout day that's been overdue since the start of the year. Nope, not really. And you end up finishing, I think HOD is where we closed. Today, same thing. We build an intensity off of nothing. It's so frustrating. If you're on the sidelines waiting for your moment just doesn't come. Of course, that's probably not sustainable forever, but while it's happening, you're watching this market trend and you just cannot think straight. So here's what we did. Sean and I, my research associate, took a look at the internals on the Nasdaq, because what we're trying to figure out is at what point does this get so unsustainable that the reversal is here? And honestly, there's just nothing there right now. 83% of the Nasdaq 100 components are above their 200-day. Everything looks good in all of those individual names. That's well above the normal reading of 60%, which we've seen since, let's say, November. So it's almost like a rally within a rally. Then you look at 52-week highs in the Nasdaq. 11% of stocks are making 52-week highs, meaning not overheated. If that number were 40, 50%, I would say, okay, stove's a little bit too hot. That reading hit 30% in December, dropped to 2% last week. Back up here at 11, I think we're still kind of lukewarm. Now you want to look at RSIs. 0% of the XLK names, tech alone, have an RSI below 30 or oversold. But that doesn't mean everything is overbought. The Nasdaq 100 has a 14-day RSI. This is math, not my feelings, not my opinions, of about 54. That is right on average. We're not at 70. We're not at 80. So we're not overheating. This can continue. I know if you're waiting for your opportunity, it's driving you crazy. I understand that emotion. I just don't have any good news for you that's telling me all of a sudden we're going to see this reversal happen.
What kind of statement do you think the Nasdaq's making and these stocks, these mega caps, are making at a time where you had people starting to line up to say, valuation's too rich, time to pivot, time to rotate into these other areas? And over the last few days, as I said at the very open, the Nasdaq suggesting not so fast.
I'm conflicted there, because if just look at the Dow 30. Is Nike a technology name? No. Is Walmart a technology? All these stocks are green. And you can find green almost everywhere. Energy is a little bit impaired right now.
Russell's taken a bit of a breather recently.
Okay. Here's the tell. In 2 days, you're going to get JP Morgan, BlackRock, Citigroup, Bank of America. I don't know why they're all in one day. Maybe it's good for TV ratings, but it's tough for investors to sort out what's going on. Those numbers are coming out on the heels of CPI, which is Thursday, PPI, which is Friday. There's going to be a lot of action in bonds, and there's going to be a lot of action in bank equities. For me, that's the tell. If you get follow through in names like Citi on the heels of those new inflation numbers, I think that's going to lead to a broadening of what we've seen this week into next week. That becomes really important. Last thing, this is really important, actually. We got a hotter than expected jobs number on Friday, and I said to myself, well, this is the thing. This is the thing that could knock us back. There was some action in rates, but honestly, if you look at the March rate hike rate cut expectations, they dropped from 80-something% to 60-something%. It was not that big of a drop-off, and the stock market rebounded within an hour. What does that tell you? So I really think the setup here remains bullish. I want to come on and have something provocative to say that all of a sudden we're going to reverse. It's just not in the data that I look at.